What's up, family? Welcome back to another legendary top of the movie reaction video. So we got my first time ever listening to Steely Dan. Um, Over here, family. I want to give a quick disclosure first. The audio will be low due to copyright purposes. Over here, we like to dive deep into the lyrics and then understand the valuable message within the song and see how we can apply that value to our lives to continue to be great individuals, right? But before we get into the song, I always like to deep dive into the background theme meaning of the song. If I can find the information in which I do cite all my sources to explain the background theme meaning of the song before we actually dive into the video and, embrace the lyricism and so forth. So, from genius.com, the song is all about three things that motivate men: violence, women, and money. Each verse deals with a different topic from a different point of view, with the point being that they are all corrupt and destroy. So with no further ado, family, let's get right into the video. And I have the lyrics pulled up on my tablet here just to follow through with little annotations, letting off my thoughts, perspective, and insight. I'm not gonna lie, it's a smooth that jazzy tune right here. Dun, 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 dun. Know what I'm saying? They got a little guitar playing there, man. So as you can feel the intensity rising up um, as the instruments come together collectively. Verse 1. So basically, he said, in the morning, you going for the man who stole your water. Water is a stand in for anything and nothing at the same time. The point is that people look for fights and pick them whenever they can. The thing is, water can also be viewed as something essential for life, critical to survival, and very important. These first two lines will indicate that it's not just the person's fault, it's the way that it works. This sort of sympathy can be seen also in the first two lines of the second verse, quote unquote, then you find your only friend, suggests that the subject is lonely and can't help wanting to be with someone even if they know that it's bad for them. And then when you find, quote unquote, yourself in Vegas, as any addict knows, sometimes it seems like the forces of the world are just beyond your control and force you back into the safety of old habits. That speaks a lot of volumes, family. Um, let's deep dive into. And then he said, and you fire till he's done in, but then they catch you at the border. With revenge in mind, the point of view kills for nothing and runs only to be caught. It shows that you can't run from your past. It will only find you. And then he goes in to say, and the mourners are all singing as they drag you by your feet. Um, it means, okay. So between the book 1972 and the film 1973, a tryout for James Bond theme song. Um, Proposed suggestion, what does it mean when he said the phrase, the mourners are all singing? Cruel French saying equal blood. The mourners are the killers, not happy until they kill and fill the casket. And then he goes in to say, uh, but the hangman isn't hanging and they will put you on the street. Double entrees to mean the executioner isn't available and capital punishment is not warranted. He's a useless character that wasn't even worth the police's time, so they don't bother charging him. Let's get around, go back, Jack, do it again. So when he said, yeah, you go back, Jack, do it again. Will turning around and around, you go back, Jack, do it again. We are doomed to repeat our mistakes, for we are infinitely corruptible. The wheel turning is literally a roulette wheel, and the author is addicted. That's a figurative meaning, the wheel of life. You go back, Jack is a bit of a wordplay. The character is called Jack, but back Jack sounds a lot like blackjack, and the song involves gambling. This song specifically. So, family, this is to show you that you have to replace bad habits with good habits. And if you don't replace bad habits with good habits, you'll feel safe to go back to the same vices that you think have your best interest and best for you. Because some people only go back to what they know because they fear of change or don't want to put in the work to change by doing the good habits and replacing the good with the bad. So I feel like the message of this song is like a self-reflecting song, dealt with a lot of temptations. It's like a self-reflection, temptation, and vices. So why what I'm getting to, family, is, and I think the valuable message is here, is we have to reflect amongst ourselves and watch over ourselves and be very cautious in what we embrace and what we allow to come with, what we allow to be part of our normalcy. That's people, that's habits, and those habits can either make us or break us. And we have to be we are the writer and the author of our lives. And just like the wheel of life, we have to make sure that as life keep on evolving and time keeps going and doesn't wait for nobody, we have to make sure that we strategically make the best out of every minute, every second, every hour we get. But that comes with not distracting yourself with the thing that's not best for you, which is habits, bad habits specifically. So my question to you guys, family, is, do you believe that this song correlates or connects with the theme of bad habits and realizing the self control and self reflection of oneself to realize what habits one embrace? Comment down below. I'm curious. Said in this verse too, when you know she's no high climber, then you find your only friend in a room with your two timer, and you sure you're near the end. That's very poetic right there. Then you love a little wild one, and she brings you only sorrow. All the time you know she's smiling, you'll be on your knees tomorrow. So basically, it's like you knowing that the lady doesn't have high aspirations regarding her taste in men, but it still lights your fuse when you catch her alone with your so-called best friend. In retaliation, you go out and hook up with a hot chick who brings nothing to the table outside of intimacy from a physical standpoint. And in the back of your mind, you have that nagging feeling that you're just going to go crawling back to that woman that doesn't have your best interest or have her own best interest you were with, and beg her for forgiveness. All this ties into the previously stated theme of the song. We do stupid things that only bring us pain and misery. But if we manage not to die, we end up doing them again. That goes back to my point, vices and habits. So it's a peaceful song too. Like, they got the guitar, you got the little drums. It's like jazzy, but smooth at the same time. Like, this is the smoothest performance while also giving a life lesson at the same time that I ever seen. Like, bro, it makes sense why it's a classic. Self-explanatory. Legendary performance, man. Legendary performance, legendary performance, legendary performance. Um, the message here, family, is never let bad vices overtake you. Replace bad habits with good habits. Continue to spread that peace, love, and positivity. Let the love supersede the hate. And like I always say, until next time, family, peace.